today we're going to be going over a plank. And plank is one of maybe the most well-known exercises. It's something that is awesome because it takes no equipment. You can do it anywhere. It's very accessible for everyone, no matter your physical strength level. So it's great in that aspect. But on the other hand, it's also one of the exercises that I see most butchered in the gym. Because so many people are doing it, so many people are not doing it correctly. Almost everyone that I see has some fault in their plank. So today we're going to go over it really quickly so that you can be confident that when you're doing a plank, you're doing it correctly. All right, so Shannon, just come down into plank for me. All right, so first we're going to start with a few of the things that are automatically wrong when we go into plank. So first, shoot your hips up really high. So this is an easy one, right? Hips are too high. Whenever we go into plank, back into regular plank, what I'm looking for is shoulders over elbows, shoulders, hips in line with the ankles pretty much, right? So I don't want a big hitch in the hips where there's up too much like that, right? So now the hips are forming this little triangle. Go down. All right, so this is what I'm looking for. But what I also don't want is to lose the contraction in the core here and let my stomach dump down towards the floor. So if you watched my original core bracing video, and if you haven't, please go back to do that. So drop down again, Shannon. So a lot of people will hang out in plank here. And here, all that weight, rather than being in her core, is just sitting on the skeleton, right? It's using the skeleton kind of like a scaffolding, and it's just kind of hanging there. There's no muscle action going here to hold her up. It's just the weight of her body hanging on her literal bones. So now if you go into posterior tilt, all right, now Shannon's engaging her core. You see that arch that was this way in her back is now coming up this way, and that's because her core muscles, those are the muscles we want to be working when we're doing a plank, are actually working to hold all of this together. So now, this is where I want a plank to look like. I want to be strong and stable here. Also push up a little bit through here, Shannon, right? I want to be active through the whole plank. The goal of a plank is not to do more time and more time and more time. You want to be working as hard as you can, squeezing your abs, thinking about, just like we talked about in the core bracing video, bringing the ribs to the pelvis the whole time, and when you do that, this pushes up into my hand rather than, one more time, Shannon, go down, rather than being here. So this we never want to see come up. This we don't want to see, and go regular right here. We're going to push up through the mid-back, not through the hips. So here the mid-back is going up towards the ceiling. The hips and the butt are not shooting up in the air, and that's a perfect way to plank.